Hello, hello, friends, and
Hi.
welcome back to Sinister Sisters.
Hi.
You might have noticed something fancier, hopefully, that it works well.
Hopefully.
We did a little bit of system upgrade. System? That's not the right word. A little bit of an
Hardware
upgrade.
upgrade.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
hopefully it makes a difference and you like what you're seeing if you're watching the video. Audio folks, nothing's really changed for you. So today I thought it would be interesting. So, ChatGPT is everywhere. All the tech folks are obsessed.
Yep.
We are obsessed. It's a really very useful tool and kind of crazy that AI is that good. So,
Right.
and then I also know that the other side of the coin is that people are a little bit concerned with AI and how good that it maybe is or isn't, and if it could legitimately be like a replacement for human beings in the future.
Yeah,
So I thought
okay. This will be
so I thought we'd
interesting.
do a really little small scale test, sort of along the lines of similar content that you guys have enjoyed in the past. And what I did was I had ChatGPT write me a Reddit story, and then I collected 3 other Reddit stories as well, and I did them randomly. So I didn't like specifically go looking for really great stories. I did like a random wheel generator. I took a video of it, so I'll put it on the video. But so a wheel to pick from different subreddits, and then a wheel that picked from the different categories. So there's like the top, new, hot and rising, I think. So picked one of those, and then I had it pick me a number from 1 to 20, and then I just scrolled down until I got to that post. So
That's
we have four.
cool.
We have 4 posts to read. 3 of which are written by humans, one of which is written by AI. And I want to see if you can tell, Shrimp. And I also would like to see if our listeners slash viewers can tell. So there will be a poll for sure on Spotify. I don't know if it carries over onto the other platforms, but for sure on Spotify. And there will also be a poll in the little corner thingy on YouTube, the little cards thingy, that will pop up once I finish reading all the stories. And so you can tell us what you think. You can, comment down below or send us a message if you got it right. And I'm curious to see because I think it might be difficult. And I also didn't really read the stories that I picked randomly.
Ooh.
So I don't really know what they're about either. So the random generator thing really favored the Today I Fucked Up subreddit. So I have 3 of those and one Am I the Asshole? So I'm going to split those up, obviously the Today I Fucked Up ones. So you, Shrimp, get to have a little hearsay here. Would you
Ooh.
like story 1, 2, or 3 from the Today I Fucked Up category?
Story 2.
Story 2? Okay.
Before we start talking about this, can I share my personal knowledge? Not knowledge, but like a personal anecdote about AI.
Sure.
Um because I work in marketing,
Yeah.
a lot of people are super concerned in the marketing world. Like not really concerned, but
Mm,
like I guess keeping an eye on AI because a lot of what it is doing is actually our jobs. like um
oh, I
like it
suppose.
writes things, right? Like Chat GPT writes things and you can
Yeah.
use that to copyright. And um I've done
Mm.
it actually with meta tags for SEO, and literally all you have to put is 160
Oh,
characters and then the topic that you want it to write about, and it does it. And that's frightening because that is someone's, not someone's, but that's like thousands and thousands of people's full-time job is copywriting and whatever that word is, SEO, which is kind of terrifying. And then also with
interesting.
AI and like digital art, you can get it to do the same
Yes.
thing, and then that can be like a social media post that you don't have to pay a graphic designer or just someone with Illustrator to do. And like that's kind of terrifying because that's like my job. And so it's scary to see where AI is going to and how smart it is going to get.
Yeah.
And maybe I won't have a job in 20 years.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see where it goes. I definitely think that um, with the AI like art that I've seen, it's actually not very good. Like
No.
it gets to the point that you're trying to get across, but it's not
Yeah.
beautiful artwork. So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure that will get better, but at the moment I think it's looks pretty poo poo.
And you have to put in like in the style that you want it to be. So I want a
Yeah.
drawing of a girl in the style of Picasso. Like you can't
Yeah.
just, it doesn't just create it. And then it's really funny
Yeah.
because um it doesn't know about people too well, so it kind of fucks it up in the sense that like someone will have 15 fingers on one hand. So
Yeah.
it's like things like that that would be fixed obviously by a human or not even done by a human, but it's like close enough for
It
most
is.
people, and it's just
And I
kind of
think that
scary.
like the ChatGPT is a language model
Yeah.
AI, and I think that that is much closer to
Yeah.
resembling human text communication.
Yeah. It talks
So
like a person.
yeah,
Anyways.
it does. Anyway, so yeah, we've got these three stories, and we will see if we can tell, and we'll also see if these stories are shocking because I don't really know. Probably should have read them first, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, this one's a today I fucked up. I'm not going to read the titles because I think that might give it away a little bit. So,
Okay.
um, I will, though, include the actual links to the stories somewhere so that the original authors get some credit once we've revealed which one is the AI one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this one says so this happened a couple of days ago. I was interviewing at this place and was about an hour away from my home, and it had just snowed the night before, so the roads were rough. I left early and luckily ended up arriving early, but the parking lot was full and the streets were not plowed at all. There was a bunch of cars parked on the side of the road, so I also did this in about an inch of snow. The interview went good. It was a group screening interview and all went well. However, when I tried to leave, my really old truck couldn't get out. There wasn't any branches or anything nearby to get traction for my two-wheel drive truck, so I had to get some help from inside. So I sheepishly wander back in, explain that I got stuck, laugh a little, and then get two guys to come out and help me. They give me a push, and just like that, I get unstuck. However, that is not the end of it. Of course. Once unstuck, I then hopped out of my truck and ran over to go and thank them and shake their hands. But just as I hop out, a gust of wind slams my door shut, locking me out of it while it's still running. So now here I am, in freezing temperatures, in my nice suit still, stuck out of my truck after a stressful interview, in an even more stressful situation now, embarrassed in front of a potential future employer. We collectively try some things. One of the guys have a little metal scrap and tries to pick it. Someone has a similar vehicle key. We try that. We try prying the back window with a credit card. Nothing works. Very luckily, the local police department will unlock vehicles for free. So I call up the non emergency number, explain I done fucked up, and they say an officer will assist me shortly. Wait inside for about 10 minutes, of which then an officer pulls up. He has everything needed to get in. However, he could not get in at all. So I start stressing more and freezing my ass off as my shoes are now soaking wet from all of the snow. I then try to get the back window again with his giant plastic wedge. So I jump up in the back of my dirty truck with my suit and pry the window open, then crawl on through and unlock my truck. I thank the cop and I drive off as fast as the snow will allow. The cherry on top of this that the building is very close to the street and every room has a window. So everyone working was probably watching the entire thing start to finish, Me getting stuck in the snow, me locking myself out, and the cop lights probably didn't help the situation at all, drawing all the attention. Too long didn't read. Go to an interview, proceed to get stuck in the snow right outside, lock my keys inside my car, lock my keys inside my truck, and have to call the cops to get it open, all while everyone inside probably just sat and laughed. That's a
Oh
fuck up.
no.
But I also feel like it's embarrassing, but it's not something that would necessarily stop you from getting the job,
No,
unless it's
absolutely.
like
Well,
a truck driving job or something like that, where you have to be safe.
yeah.
But
Or
like,
like,
it's a funny joke to bond with your new coworkers over.
yeah. I also, maybe you've just lived in Canada for too long, but 1 inch of snow,
It's not very
stuck
much. It's
in
just...
1 inch of snow.
I mean, if it was
Like,
icy underneath, maybe.
yeah, but it's an inch. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It
I am not passing judgment. I
happens, but
don't think
probably
that one's AI.
okay.
Obviously, I don't know yet because
Don't know yet because I
I've
haven't
heard
read the other
one.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it reads
Um,
like a person.
okay. So would you like today I fucked up option 1 or option 3 now?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one says, today I fucked up by forgetting my best friend's birthday. So
Oh.
yesterday was my best friend's birthday, and I totally forgot. I feel like such an idiot. We've been friends for over 10 years, and I've always made a big deal out of her birthday in the past. But this year, with everything going on in my life, it just completely slipped my mind. To make matters worse, she called me last night and she left me a really sweet message thanking me for being such a great friend and saying how much she appreciated our friendship. I
No.
didn't realize until this morning that it was her birthday, and now I feel like a terrible friend. I tried to make it up to her by sending her some flowers and a heartfelt apology, but I don't think it's enough. I just hope she can forgive me for being such a forgetful friend. Lesson learned: always mark important dates on your calendar and set reminders so that you don't make the same mistake I did. Nice and short and sweet.
Yeah, that is really short.
I kind of feel like the friend probably like didn't care that much if they called on her. Like if the friend called on her birthday to be like, "You're such a great friend," she obviously didn't mind that much her
Didn't
birthday
she
being
call the
missed.
night before? The night
No, I
before
think
the birthday?
the night of her birthday.
Oh.
I think it's kind of what I understood from it.
Yeah. If it was me, my feelings would be hurt, but
Yeah,
my feelings are also hurt when the wind blows the wrong way, so
I think it's hard with adult relationships. Like you want
yeah.
to remember, of course, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of information in an adult brain. So
I just also feel like in 2023, like you put it in your Google Calendar and it tells you on the
also
day.
true, yeah. Or
We
Facebook
also
tells
have
you.
Facebook. Yeah. I don't know.
Don't know.
What's the
Anyway,
next one?
I'm gonna do the "Am I the asshole" one this time.
Cool beans.
Okay. I recently moved in with my boyfriend. Beforehand, I would come over and spend the weekend there. About 6 months into me being with my boyfriend, the upstairs neighbor had their boyfriend move in. A little bit about the parking situation. There are 4 apartments in a unit, and each apartment has a garage. For extra cars, there are 2 parking spots on each side. The two on our side has a nicer spot that is closer to the door, and a further away spot that needs to be filled in. Whenever it rains or snows, you're guaranteed to either have your tires stick in ice or have it flood and step into a puddle that completely soaks your feet. My boyfriend uses his garage, so I need to park in one of those spots. So when I would spend the night for the weekend before moving in, I would try to get the closest spot. If he was there first and parked in the good spot, I would be a bit bummed, but thought, oh well, first come, first serve, and just park in the further away spot. Didn't seem to be an issue. That is until I officially moved in. Since then, I started notice them doing passive aggressive stuff if I got the better spot, such as moving spots if I went to the store, parking in the middle of the two spots, or parking outside of the garage so that it would be difficult for me to get in and out. I mentioned this to my boyfriend when I first noticed because I thought it was funny that they were being so petty about a parking spot. He would always say that I was making a big deal out of nothing or that I was making it up, until the neighbor went up to my boyfriend when we were going to the store and demanded that I park in the faraway spot. She said that it was because her boyfriend wanted to park outside the garage and didn't want to block me in if I had to go. My boyfriend just agreed to it and got in the car. I told him that I wasn't okay with that because it's a public space and that it wasn't up to them to police a parking spot like it's designated to them. Also, why isn't he parking inside the garage? So I kept parking in the close spot if it was available, and if it wasn't, I'd again just concede and park in the faraway spot. Well, her boyfriend just went up to my boyfriend today and told him to have me park in front of the garage and just give them both spots. And my boyfriend said that was reasonable and said, okay. I feel like I'm going crazy because I know it's just a parking spot, but anytime I try to argue my point that it's a public parking and that they can't just make rules for the lot that they don't own, my boyfriend says that I'm the asshole for not just doing what they want, and this is easier for everyone, which isn't because I have to park every day. My boyfriend and my neighbor work from home, and her boyfriend works days, 3 out of 7 days a week. So I want to know if I'm being the asshole for not just following their demands over public parking, or if they are being unreasonable by acting like they are owed a better parking spot, or even both of them now. Am I the asshole?
No! I know that's not the point of this episode, but no! With that boyfriend. Hello?
Yeah, like it is a little petty, but I feel like when you share space with people like you do in an apartment, your arguments are always petty.
Yeah,
Like,
no, like I get that, but the boyfriend telling her she's overreacting
yeah.
and that it's like a that she should just park somewhere else.
Well, I think they wanted her to park on by the garage, like behind her boyfriend, basically on the driveway.
Yeah, well, why can't the other guy do that? I mean, when I say the
Good
boyfriend, I
question.
mean OP's boyfriend.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is OP's boyfriend not sticking up for her there by
I
splitting?
don't know. Toxic relationship. Shit.
Find yourself a new boyfriend that has two parking spots, one for him and
Yeah,
one for you.
yeah.
That's what you do.
Find you a boyfriend who owns a home instead of an apartment.
Well, we don't discriminate about people who live in apartments. I live in an apartment.
Yeah, but like that solves the parking issue if you live in a
Yeah.
house. You have a driveway.
Wow. Maybe.
Yeah,
Not all
true.
houses have driveways.
True. Although I would say most have driveways.
Probably not where
Personally.
it's like super densely populated.
Yeah, but then people don't usually live in a house anyway. Like if you live in a really big city, you live in an apartment anyway, and park on the street or whatever. So
And then you'd be arguing about whose parking spot's closest to the door from the street.
yes, yes, you would.
Actually,
Very petty.
the real villain in this story is the landlord for not fixing the other parking spot.
This is true. Yeah, yeah. I can't imagine that it would be very far away in comparison to the nice spot. It's the issue is just
Yeah,
the holes.
yeah.
I think.
That it's like it makes you uncomfortable to park there because you are in snow or in water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Okay, let's
Who
do the
knows?
next one.
Anyway, this one is also nice and short and sweet, and it is our last one.
Cool beans.
So, today I fucked up by starting a fire in my oven. Today I thought it would be a good idea if I made brownies for my family. I really wanted to do something nice for them, so I went and bought all the stuff I needed and prepared the batter. Now I was going to preheat the oven, and that's exactly what I did. Now that's where I fucked up. Turns out someone threw some fucking napkins and paper plates in the bottom drawer of the oven, and I did not check if there was anything in there. Now I had to hit the button to turn the oven on, and I went to use the bathroom. When I got back, there was a small fire down there, and me and my brother had to put it out, and we did exactly that. There was a lot of smoke and all that, but nobody was hurt, and now begins the belittling from my family. They yelled and screamed at me for the last hour, but I deserved it for my massive mistake. I could have caused a major fire and put people's lives on the line, all because of one dumb mistake. At least everyone is okay. Too long, didn't read. Started a fire in my oven because there were things in the bottom and I didn't check. Make sure your ovens are clear before preheating them. Good little life lesson to finish that one off.
Yeah, but
So,
also, if your loved ones belittle you for an hour for an honest mistake,
yeah.
cut them off.
Well, yeah. Maybe they were like younger. It sounded like maybe they were like a teenager or something. But
Yeah,
yes,
that's still not appropriate.
still not appropriate, but harder to cut someone off when you are a minor and you live in their
Yeah,
house, you know?
yeah,
When you turn 18, cut them
yeah.
off.
Just know that that is not how your loved ones are supposed to treat you.
Indeed.
Unless it's like the
Yeah.
70th time you've done it. Then it's kind of a little bit like, holy fuck, figure it out.
It kind of seems weird to me because I know some ovens, like my oven, I'm assuming your oven too, I think it's more common in Canada, that they're not warming drawers underneath, they're like just a storage drawer.
Yeah, but I know that things do fall into them.
What do you mean?
Um if like maybe not mine, but certain ones, if you drop things in the oven, it falls
Yeah.
into that drawer at the bottom.
Oh, gross. I keep pots and pans in mine.
Yeah, me too.
Um, what was I going to say? It seems weird to me though that someone else who lives in the house knew it was a warming drawer
Yeah,
and put paper products in it.
yeah, that's stupid.
That's like not where napkins go. They go in the cupboard,
No,
friend.
yeah.
So,
Actually, they don't go into your house because that's
well,
wasteful.
it is,
But
but
yeah,
if
that's
they
true. And
are,
paper plates, those things are like super fire hazardous.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you think that even honestly, even if it was just a storage drawer and not a warming drawer,
yeah,
it may still set paper products on fire because they do still get warm. Like it's not
yeah,
hot or burning, but it's still warm. So
yeah, yeah.
anyway, so those were our four stories. Three human, one AI. Do you think you know which one was the AI one?
I think the last one was AI.
Okay. Okay. We'll give the friends a minute to formulate an opinion. Maybe I'll
The
give you a
reason,
reminder of the topics. So, small fire, warming drawer.
yeah.
Am I the asshole for parking in a parking space that's allocated to me? Um,
Well, it's
I
not
forgot my
allocated
friend's.
to anybody. That's
Well, it's allocated to the home,
yeah,
I guess. I forgot my friend's birthday and I feel like shit. And I accidentally got stuck outside in the snow after in a job
an
interview.
interview.
So we'll do a little do do do
I
do
think
do do
it's the
do
last
do
one
do. Okay. What's your
because of
reasoning for that?
because of the way it was written.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
I don't know. I
Okay.
also think it could very possibly be the second one, like forgetting my
Okay.
friend's birthday.
Okay. But your
I don't
final
know why.
answer is the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have a little drum roll. It was the I forgot my friend's birthday one. That one
Yeah.
was the AI one.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense because it's such a like a because AI like draws inspiration from things around it,
Yeah.
right? Like on the internet, and I feel like that's a very common occurrence that people do is forget others' birthdays. So
That is
that makes
true.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably pulled some inspiration from an actual Reddit post that had the
Yeah.
similar storyline. So
I bet.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's cool though. But like,
yeah. It's like
It's
mostly
not apparent.
undistinguishable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
Scary.
immediately apparent like
Wow.
when you tell those AI ones to be like Donald Trump riding a horse and it shows up like just a Cheeto with a wig on riding a donkey, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was
Yeah.
wild.
So, yeah. Let us know, friends, if you got it right or if you got it wrong. Also, let us know how you feel about AI and how you feel
Yeah.
like if maybe in 50 years we're all going to be Wally people. I feel like we've talked about this before, maybe, but like the movie
Oh.
Wally, when they're like in the chairs zooming around, the dream. Let the robots do the thinking. Thank you.
Yeah,
Excellent. Yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
thank you for listening, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. It's a little bit of a different
Yeah.
episode today.
Yeah,
Um,
I
so, yeah,
liked it.
thank you.
Yeah.
There will be a new episode next Sunday. Well, this coming Sunday, whatever. March the 5th.
Mm.
That one will be a true crime episode hosted by Shrimp.
Yes.
In the meantime, you can stay in touch with us on our Instagram.
Hmm.
Send us an email at
Hmm.
sinistersisterspod@gmail.com.
Yep.
You can also follow us on TikTok and on YouTube at Sinister Sisters Podcast. Our Instagram is at sinistersisters.podcast. So we're there. We like hearing from people, so send us a message, send us
We do.
case requests, other topics you'd like us to cover. And yeah, we'll see you
Compliments, of course.
next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.